Thank you for choosing to attend ASC Connect. It's a pleasure to see you all here. Before we get into today's program, I have just a few housekeeping items to help us stay on schedule and to make the most of our time together. All panel discussions will take place in this room. This is called the Loft, and lunch will be served buffet style in the room across the hall. You just access it around the corner in the flat. We have networking breaks and lunch, of course, as time planned for you to be able to interact with each other, meet someone new, and talk. While you may have water on your tables, there's also water available at the back of the room, and there's tea and coffee out in the hallway. And it will be kept fresh throughout the day so that you can help yourself. We want you to be comfortable, so if you need to stand or move around, don't hesitate. There's chairs at the back of the room as well. Washrooms are clearly marked at the end of the hallway and also towards the elevators if you're looking for them. In the event of an emergency, exits are clearly marked and Hudson staff will help us get to safety quickly. First aid assistance is also available. Just go to registration desk or look for one of the event people walking around swiftly. We'll be able to help you quite quickly. On the tables, there are tent cards with information on how to access Wi-Fi, and the network name is Hudson Guest, and there's no password. As you know, our team planned a compelling agenda today. You can check out the session details and information on all of our panelists and speakers using the event app that you access by following the instructions on the back of your badge. We did have one last-minute change to the agenda. Unfortunately, our finance minister, the Honorable Nate Horner, is no longer going to be joining us today. As you can imagine, while he absolutely wanted to be here, he's got a few files that he and his team are working through at the moment, and he's up in Edmonton at the legislature for the throne speech today. During our fireside chat and our panel sessions today, you will have the opportunity to ask questions. You can use the event app to ask your questions, but we will also have people with mics able to run to you. So if you'd prefer to ask a live question, just put up your hand and someone will come to you and bring a mic with them. I do want to clarify that all of our moderators will do their very best to address the questions that are asked. However, if we aren't able to get to your question, or if we think it would be valuable for us to have a conversation, we'll reach out to you directly. So please include your email information when you ask the question. Excuse me. Throughout the day, we will have a few live polls for you to participate in. We'd like your thoughts and feedback. Just to make sure you get a chance to familiarize yourselves with the process, I'd like to have a little fun, if you don't mind, and do a quick practice poll. It is relevant, I promise. If you haven't already, please take a moment to download the app or go into the app from the back of your badge. And if you need any guidance, the directions are straightforward, but if you need any guidance, put up your hand and a member of our team will be able to come and help. Once you are in the app, and I think our team is going to put the question up on the screen, but I think you'll appreciate it. We'd love to know the answer. How are we doing? Oh, I love that. I love that there's a 50-50 shot. Maybe, or oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to be there watching the Blue Jays tomorrow night. Thank you for the practice. Appreciate it. We're all in for the World Series. It's very exciting. We are getting, just one last thing. Before I hand it over to Samir, if you have any questions or need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to one of our staff members, including myself. We're happy to help you and support. And lastly, one very important thing I wanted to mention. We are so fortunate to have with us an amazing group of speakers and panelists today. In particular, I wanted to acknowledge the Right Honourable David Johnston, who will take the stage just after Samir's opening remarks. During his time as Canada's 28th Governor-General, Mr. Johnston established the Rideau Hall Foundation, of which he is now the chair of the board of directors. The foundation has become a nation-building charity, a catalytic platform to connect people, causes, and organizations which share a common belief in and commitment to the potential of Canada. The Foundation serves to shine a light on Canadian excellence and to create the conditions for more Canadians to succeed and to thrive. In honor of Mr. Johnston's participation today and our shared dream to see more Canadians and our markets thrive, and in acknowledgement of all of our outstanding faculty, we'll be making a contribution on behalf of each speaker and panelist to the Rideau Hall Foundation. Thank you all for participating and thank you for being with us today. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our Executive Director, Samir Sabharwal.
Thank you, Hillary. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 9th Annual ASC Connect. My name is Samir Sabharwal. I'm the Executive Director of the Alberta Securities Commission. It's a pleasure to see so many of you here in Calgary today, both familiar and new faces from different industries and sectors and from across the country. Thank you for joining us. We're excited to have you here, and we're excited that you're going to take part in this eventful day. The ASC is committed to engaging with market participants, protecting investors, and fostering a fair and efficient capital market. This year's ASC Connect theme, Realizing Our Potential, invites us to explore Alberta's unique role within Canada's capital markets. Our agenda includes thought-provoking conversations on innovation, investor protection, economic resilience, and the evolving regulatory landscape. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that this land is the traditional territories of the Indigenous peoples of the Treaty 7 region and Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. As an act of reconciliation and gratitude, we recognize the many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis who have lived on and cared for this land for generations. Like you, I respect the histories, languages, and cultures of all First Peoples of Canada whose presence continues to enrich our communities. Alberta continues to be one of the most important capital markets in Canada. It's a province full of opportunity that spans multiple sectors, including agriculture, energy, financial services, and technology. And our province plays a significant role in Canada's economy. We also recognize that there are current challenges and uncertainty, both economic and geopolitical, that are affecting Albertans and Canadians alike. But these circumstances offer opportunities for us to innovate, reconsider our competitive advantage, diversify our economy, strengthen our global relationships, and grow our capital markets for the long term. As the regulator, we've been working collaboratively with other jurisdictions to strengthen our markets and provide all market participants with structure, confidence, and clarity needed to move forward and to help our country compete and prosper. We hope this will enable us to realize our potential and to be resilient. This brings me to why we're all here today. We have in this room many different voices from across Alberta and Canada to discuss the topics impacting us the most. We're very pleased to have with us today the Right Honourable David Johnston, Canada's former Governor-General, who along with Stan Magidson and Kathleen Rockwell will take us through the evolution of securities regulation, the state of Canada's capital markets, and the broader challenges facing our country today. We will also hear from panels of experts who will discuss topics such as the evolution of investor advice, evolving investor behavior, including the rapidly growing group of DIY investors, the future of tokenization and stablecoins, and how we build a competitive tech ecosystem without compromising investor protection. Later in the day, we'll have the pleasure of welcoming Deborah Yedlin, who will lead a themed discussion on realizing Alberta's potential, during which the panel will offer their insights on Alberta's many industries, our economic future, and the bold steps needed to propel our province forward. I will also have the opportunity to join you again this afternoon to lead the conversation with a few of our ASC leaders during a session entitled The ASC Fostering a Thriving Capital Market. All of our topics today are deeply tied to the work that we do at the ASC. We hope that these conversations will help us shape the future of Alberta's capital markets. As we navigate through our sessions, I encourage you to ask questions and make the most of the breaks with fellow attendees and continuing these important conversations. To close out the day, I'll welcome back our Chair and CEO, Stan Magidson, who will share some final recollections and reflections before we head into our cocktail networking reception.